Hello and welcome to David Photography. In this video we'll have a look what's inside this little box. Okay, so here goes. Now you will be saying, why would I be interested in a lens? I don't know if I can get it to fit. So it's a 28mm, nice smooth action. But what is different about this, other than it's made of metal? This is what they call a vintage lens. And to use it on a Canon camera, you need to get this adapter. It has the connections on it, so when you connect it onto your camera, the camera can actually recognise that it has a lens on, but it makes the F number, no matter what the lens is, 1.4 or 1, depending on how it's feeling. And all it is it's screwed onto the end of the screw fittings that this lens has. Now this lens is an M42 lens. Now this is the adapter ring, made of metal. Comes in at about £8–9. And on the front I actually have a step out ring to take it from 55 up to 58, because all of my screw-on filters are all 58s. This only comes to about £1 or £2, and this is the lens when it arrived to us. It is very clean. The box itself that it came in is very clean. There's no mould, there's no smell, there's no nothing. It is almost like getting a brand new lens. Now, as I say, 42 code. You screw on that, and for me, I screw on that. Now this connection and this connection both stay on this lens all the time. It never gets removed, which means that when I take this lens out, it's always ready just to take photos straight away. Now you might be going, well, why would I want to buy what they call a vintage lens over buying a modern one? Other than it's made of metal, it is really well built. Some of these lenses can be from the 1970s, so look how old they are. This one is just so smooth. When you connect it onto your camera, you don't have autofocus. You need to focus yourself, and the F numbers are this here, around there. You just turn this bottom connection to pick what F number you want. This actually goes from 2.8 to 16. It has a distance, with the distance measurements across there as well. So this lens actually cost me quite a bit over what I did start with these, for the M42s. This one cost me about £28, with £2 for the thing and £8 for the back. You can still see that you do come in the £30 marks. Now It works exactly the same way as any other lens does. It gives you really good images. So therefore you shouldn't rule out getting one of these lenses. Now this one is of course more of a prime one, being 28, but you can get them with the standard range of 50 up to a number, mostly 200s in millimeters, about the same price as what I paid for this one, which therefore makes it really great value for money. You have something which is more sturdy, it isn't going to break. If you pick ones with nice clear, no fungus, no nothing about it. Of course lenses of this age will have little bits of dust on them, but most of the dust is so small that you're not even going to pick it up on your pictures when you take them. And don't forget, the other thing is that if for any reason this sensor gets faulty, you just need to screw it off, get a new one, put it on, and you're way to go again. If you buy a lens with that fitted direct on any of the Canon ones, if something happens to it, it does make it either expensive to have replaced, or you have to buy a new lens. Using these, if there's any fault, any problem with this connector, you take it off, you replace it with a new one, and you're good to go again. Now, you go in that, the camera sees it as an f1.4, and you might set the settings on there at whatever you want to set it to. You will find that the pictures with the calculations, if it's actually doing it on shutter speed and the camera working it out, will make the picture a tiny bit darker, but nothing that you cannot just correct using any bit of photographic software to do. Easy to do, and you will have a much better image. These were made to last. No cheap plastics. Yes, no motor, but then means that you pick what you want your item to be, what you want to focus on. If you get a good one that just feels like new, there is not a mark on this, there's no chipping, there's no denting on any part of it. It is almost like new. So whoever ever had it before didn't use it, or used it so infrequently and looked after it, it is in great condition. So don't rule out lenses. As I said, for my Canon, this is an M42 lens, because the back plates, these plates are much cheaper to buy for an M42. All of the lenses that I have are M42, which means that if I'm away and one of these plates gives up, I have one on every single lens that I carry. That is an old vintage one, so I have lots of them. Lots of spare. Now, there you are, keeping it simple. An old lens that will give you great results like it did back in the old days. Don't just think they're not going to be any good for you. They will be. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.